Welcome everyone. For those who follow this channel, you know I like to do a commentary from time to time, and my main game for that has been Assetto Corsa. I just simply like how easy it is to join in and do a commentary. But one of the other games out there that I know is often used for commentary as well is Race Room. Now, when I did this recording, I had to run the game in 1920 by 1080, and I had to use my browser for information and basically to switch between cameras. But that was separately handled from the camera sets in-game. So every single time I would have to change the camera angles, I would have to add tab back to the game and do it in-game. So just a heads up, as time goes on, I will get more and more used to using this interface. But long story short, I don't really see myself coming back to Race Room for commentary, because since that I realized how to set up my game to run on triples, and nowadays, usually at Thursdays, I'm streaming this game live and doing ranked racing. So if you're interested about seeing how terrible I am in this game, come check me out. Alright, in the meantime, let's look at this event. Air temperature is 19 Celsius, track temperature is 28 Celsius, we have 6 km per hour wind, and it's dry and sunny at the Red Bull Ring today. This is the Rookie European F4 server of Race Room. This is a ranked race. And on grid, lights are coming on. 5 lights are out. And it's green, green, green! Let's go everyone! We have 15 minutes to prove yourselves. Wolfgang in the lead. Enrique in second. Heard some squeaky tires in turn 1. I see some slow cars at the back. Some may have spun a bit. Frank currently P5. Wolfgang in the lead. But now Frank goes side by side on the uphill. They are side by side in front as well. In the back there's a bit of a trouble as someone spins around. Wolfgang is still in the lead. Enrique is second, but for how long? Not for long, as he... Okay, that might have been a bit of a netcode there. He drops down to P3 though. Sorry, that's Alpine. I think I clicked on Enrique, but it selected Alpine. Sorry about that. So Alpine had a bit of a netcode issue or something. Don't know. Either way, behind him, they're still fighting. Frank currently in P5. But now, Todd Renato goes side by side with him. Todd on the inside. Can he? No, he cannot get it done. The question is, should the two of them go side by side on the final corner? No, they should not. And there is a trouble there. That's Stum. Sorry, not Stum. Stium back into the pits. I guess that's the first retirement of the race. Wolfgang is still in the lead. Enrique in second. Alpine third. Henry fourth. Frank fifth. But for how long? As Todd goes side by side, and there are 2 cars behind them going side by side as well. The Hungarian on the outside, can he get it done? I'm not even sure if it's he or she in this case, because Renato is such a name that I'm pretty sure it can be used in both terms. Either way, Todd is ahead. And behind Todd there are cars going for a position. He went a bit wide, gonna stick to wide. Sorry, gonna stick to he in this case. Some trouble in the back of that car as well. This is a bit tricky situation right now. Wolfgang is still in the lead, but for how long? Let's go on board with Henrik a bit. Oh yeah, forget it. This is how I'm supposed to do it. Alright, let's compare him to Wolfgang here. 3/10 of a difference between them. Really shrink down on this uphill. Keep in mind, these cars don't have DRS. It's all gonna be down to slipstreams. Going on the uphill. Has a look on the inside. Will he get a better exit from that corner? The looks of it, no. It was a bit of a compromisation. Oh, they are going side by side behind. For some reason the driver info went away, but Henry currently moves up to P3. His mirrors are filled with cars as he goes wide on the exit there, and now drops down to P4, question mark. They make contact. Herrick makes contact with the car in front and now drops down to P5. Oh, not going well. Not going well for Henry now. Had a good move and then a mistake. But that might be the case right now for the car that's overtaken him, as they go side by side. For the first corner, Henry on the inside breaks out of it, decides to not make the move on the inside, and now it's gonna cost him. Now it's gonna cost him. There are two cars behind him on the uphill. Let's see who will go for the inside, who will stay behind. Number 3 car has a look on the inside, bit of a sliding on the outside once getting to the exit of the corner, and now the car behind has to be very, very smart. Frank has to be very, very smart. The leaders are in the meantime go side by side as well. And Wolfgang, from the looks of it, is now back to P2. He had a strong lead up to this point, but now is down to the second place. In the meantime, also another side by side on track in the almost same corner. That's a fight for P4. If I read it correctly. No, I don't read it correctly. I'm just gonna stick to driver info. That seems to be more usable. So Tornato is up to P4. Sam up to P5. And Wolfgang Lupus is trying to get the lead back on this race. Has a look. Can he make a move here? Goes up on the inside. Can he stick to the inside there and get out of there as a winner? For that you will need 7 and more minutes to hold this place. Oh, it's some nice racing at the front now. The two of them go side by side. Currently Wolfgang is in the lead, but can he hold on to it? Some nice driving here between these two. In the meantime, we have some trouble in the middle of the race, the middle of the field. It's one of the cars, Ben Miet, if I believe, had a spin somewhere. In the meantime, a fight for P5 is on. As these two go side by side. on the main straight. But Sam backs out of it temporarily, probably. In the meantime, we have also a very, very close situation right here at the back as well. James being pretty close to the other car ahead. Wolfgang in the meantime has a look. Can he get close enough for an overtake? Not in that corner, maybe on the straights. Come on, Cameron, please work with me. Alright, maybe this will work better. So P5 and P6 are pretty close. Maybe P6 will have a look on the inside. No, doesn't seem to be the case, but pretty close to the back of that car. And on the uphill, we have a side-by-side from that corner exit. That's a fight for P16, if I read it correctly. P16, P15, P15, alright. Fight is still on for multiple cars. We have only 5.5 minutes left. Awesome, Cameron once again. Side by side into the final corner, and from the looks of it, Sam stays ahead in P5. In the meantime, Wolfgang now dropping down. The gap seems to be around 5/10, 6/10 between him and the leader. In the meantime, Sam and Henry are still fighting for P5. Henry has a good close look on the number 3 ahead. Has a bit of a look on the inside, and that might have been what he needed. As Sam went wide on the exit there. Sam seems to be staying ahead. A bit of a nudge from that car behind. In the meantime, we had a spinner somewhere. Yep, there you go. Conde Lopez unfortunately spin the car. And this will be helpful for everyone in that region. I'm not so sure who to follow, because basing it on the data isn't always the best thing to do. Less than 4 minutes left from the race. The fight right here seems to be the strongest. Just look at how close these 4 cars are. In the meantime, Wolfgang seems to be closing the gap, which means some of them might either be pushing it harder than usual, or the leader just made a mistake. Either way, he chooses the outside line there and stays close enough to be in the slipstream. Is very much just behind the leader, and now they are going side by side into the next corner. Oh, be careful if you stay on the inside, and be careful if you stay on the outside. That is a tricky corner. Thankfully both of them go through it without trouble. Wolfgang stays in P2 for the time being. In the meantime, there's a fight for P11 as well. Can they replicate the thing? Nope, they cannot. Or choose not to. Henry, in the meantime, is in P6 and has a look. Has another look. He might have threw the car off. Oh, he did! There's a trouble from Toad Renato. So far did so well. Unfortunately, one single mistake and now down to P8. In the meantime, Wolfgang and Enrique Gonzalez are still having a fight on their own. Wolfgang has a look on the inside, and that might be the move for the lead. They're going side by side on the straight. Enrique moves to the outside. Can Wolfgang stick to the inside and make it stick? He can't stick to it, but he makes a mistake on the outside. On the exit. And Ape is looking at this and going, yes, do more of this. I want a higher place on this podium. The leaders of this race, the top three, is so close to each other. Enrique might be actually looking at this and start to push it even more. Less than half a minute left, which might mean that this is the final lap. Now, I'm unsure about how it works in race room. Last time I checked, it's about the timer. We have someone who spun in the back of the track. Yeah, it looks to be Diego once again. So we might actually just have to finish this until the timer runs out, or finish the lap itself. Okay, it seems to be the lap itself, so this is the final lap. Final lap, everyone. And look at how close the leaders are. Enrique, Wolfgang and Alpe are all close to each other. In a sense that you only need one mistake. We have another spinner in the back of the field, but it's not really worth to show right now. Wolfgang makes a mistake! Wolfgang makes a mistake and drops down to P3! Wolfgang is down to P3 on the final lap. The one who started in pole position is now unsure where will he finish on the podium. Ape has managed to hold on to it. He's gonna finish P2 in this race. Enrique is the race winner. Enrique Gonzalez, Ape Rusgad, and Wolfgang Lupus are the top three. Sam in P4. Let's check some of the other cars who are just going across the finish line. There seems to be a bit of a slipstreaming battle going on for P11, but Frank manages to stay P11. Alright, who else do we have who are still in fight? Looks to be the end of it. This looks to be the end of it. Most of the cars are already in the pits. Toto Renato managed to stay in the top 10. Hope I didn't just jinx it in the practice session by saying, oh, he's in the top 10. And here are the results. Enrique Gonzalez won this race. Ape Ruzegard in second. Lupus third. Spankeling in fourth. Tisler in fifth. Rainer Ronald, Costa, Renato, and Gil closing down the top 10.